You're watching Saturday Story Time, 20 February 2021 edition. Welcome back to Saturday Story Time. Let's get started. First up, it's Mother Earth, and Japan suffers a 7.3 earthquake near Fukushima last Saturday. Fortunately, there was no tsunami. Tokyo Electric Power Company said there were no irregularities at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant. This one suffered a meltdown after a massive quake and tsunami 10 years ago, and there were no immediate reports of irregularities from other nuclear plants in the area. More news from Mother Earth. On Tuesday, Mount Etna in Italy erupted. It spewed ash more than 3,000 feet into the air. Small stones and dirt rained down from the sky, causing officials to close Catania's airport. There's video if you follow the link to this story. This story actually started out on Twitter. You see here someone tweeted this picture of blue dogs in Russia. Well, authorities grew concerned and they investigated. So these blue dogs were found near an abandoned chemical plant. The dogs were spotted by a factory that produced plexiglass and hydrocyanic acid before it went bankrupt in 2015. According to the veterinarians who have examined the dogs, they're suffering from no adverse health effects. Fortunately. Well, we know it got bitterly cold in Texas. Residents of South Padre Island struggled fervently to rescue these cold-stunned sea turtles. They were collecting them by the dozens and bringing them to this organization called Sea Turtle Inc., which had no power and they ran out of space. So South Padre Island Convention Center pitched in. Themselves, they had no water or power either. They collected 3,500 sea turtles. And they know that despite their best efforts, they're going to lose some. But they believe it will warm up enough that they will be able to release them soon. Researchers were examining the archaeological inventory of the Natural History Museum of Toulouse in France. This large conch, this seashell, caught their attention. It was first unearthed in Marsulis Cave in the Pyrenees in 1931. It's bigger than a human head. They realized that it had been carved into a wind instrument and is capable of playing specific notes. Now, this is 18,000 years old. One of the things that they note is that this object must have been of great value to the people that carried it because it was carried many, many miles away from the sea into this Marsulis Cave. They're actually hoping to return to Marsulis Cave and play this instrument next to the bison painting on the wall. Let's hear what it sounds like. Come for the funeral, stay for the beer. Egypt unearthed the world's oldest mass production brewery. This is 5,000 years old and it's near a funerary site in southern Egypt. The site contains several units consisting of about 40 earthenware pots arranged in 2 rows. The brewery consisted of 8 large areas which were used as units for beer production, and each sector contained about 40 pots. A mixture of grains and water were used for beer production and heated in the vats. Beer was produced at a large scale. About 22,000 liters were made at a time. Evidence that beer was used in sacrificial rites was found during excavations in these facilities. This is far, far out. It's actually the most distant object in our solar system. And they named it far, far out because it's farther out than the object that they named far out. Far, far out is 132 astronomical units away from the sun, or so 132 times as far from the sun as the Earth is. Far out was only 124 astronomical units away. They're still looking for the mysterious planet 9 that's herding these objects in the outer solar system. Just as I was finishing story time last week, I found that China had actually entered orbit around Mars, and they released this video. Look for the link down below to my blog so that you can watch the video. Last week in Storytime, we reported that United Arab Emirates had entered Mars orbit. Well, on Sunday, they released the first photo from the Hope probe. The transmission of Hope probe's first image of Mars is a defining moment in history. UAE has joined at other nations involved in space exploration. I'm not sure if the dinosaurs know the difference or if they really cared, but they were killed off by a comet fragment, not an asteroid, according to these astronomers. This was 66 million years ago. It was a catastrophic event that wiped out 3/4 of all plant and animal species on the Earth. It was believed to be an asteroid from the asteroid belt. This was called the Alvarez hypothesis, widely accepted explanation that this mass extinction was caused by this asteroid or comet striking the Earth. And scientists have identified the impact site as a large crater in Chicxulub, Mexico. Let's see if I'm pronouncing that right.
Chicxulub.
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 Chicxulub. This was discovered by geophysicists in the late 1970s. So the astronomers were looking at Earth-like exoplanets and comparing impact. So the astronomers were looking at Earth-like exoplanets and comparing asteroid impact rates against comet impact rates. And it seems these comets have irregular orbits in our solar system, and one of them likely grew close to the sun and got torn apart by strong tidal forces. And this is very reminiscent of Shoemaker-Levy 9 that crashed into Jupiter. These events happen quite often in their models. So it's much more likely that this impact at Chicxulub was due to a comet. You can watch their video here. Look for the link in the description down below to my blog to find this video. And congratulations to NASA and Mars Perseverance rover. Percy landed successfully on Thursday and is healthy. I really like this particular article. It has a lot of great features, a video, a nice photo of Percy, a diagram of the landing, and these cool animations depicting the landing. Here's where it landed, and here's some cool animations about Ingenuity, the helicopter companion for Percy. It'll be flying soon, in the next 30 to 60 days. Meanwhile, it's just hanging out with Percy getting charged up. Please make sure to look for the link down below in the description to my blog, where you'll find the links to all the stories we just talked about. Thank you, and have a great week. Thank you for watching Shitoku Tech. Please subscribe, comment, like, and share.